Hey, folks, coming here for just a little bit because I think there's a lot of misunderstandings with Savate, Savate Danse De Rue, and so forth. And the reason is, I just got I just got off the conversation. I was talking to a gentleman for about 40 minutes, and nothing wrong with the questions that he was asking. They were legitimate questions because remember, people do not know in this time and age what martial arts are, what they're for, when they were developed, and what their usages were. Right. So he called me up and he basically starts telling me that, he's a practitioner of some form of karate and that why are we using shoes? Because it's not supposed to be right. You're supposed to be barefooted and so on and so forth. And I had to explain to him the cultural differences. Savate means shoe in Old French. Savate is a martial art from the West. Savate has always had shoes on. That's what his primary reasoning is. And he goes, well, here we practice a form of savate and we're barefooted and we use shin guards and this and this. And I go, well, then basically you're not doing savate because kicking with a shoe of savate, understanding how to use it, understanding the mechanics of the kicks, that's the reason for the art. That's the purpose for it, for self-defense in the street. He says, oh, okay, I understand what you're saying. But you're kicking to the legs. That's disrespect. Here we have to kick from midsection above and to the face. And I go, I thought you told me you were doing savate, but you're doing some form of karate and so on and so forth. No, no, no. He goes, we have a portion of our school does savate, and that's how they teach. You kick from the waist up. And I said, listen, savate is the only martial art right now in combative sport that kicks the legs in all its entities and it kicks them with shoes. In other words, you can do a thrusting kick to it. You can do a foot that kind of like a roundhouse kick to it. You can sweep the leg right off if you need to. Why? Because that's what it was designed for. And there's less uh, injuries in savate than in other sports. Why? Because in savate, people know how to control, people know how to kick, people know precision. So the rounds aren't that much, and they're not that much of a devastation. But yes, savate kicks to the legs. Yes, savate wears shoes. Yes, savate is a street art, but it also has ring implements for it. Savate boxe française is the ring sport. Danse Rue Savate is the martial art for the street. Now, in the street, there are no rules, so you better understand what to use. Sometimes you don't carry, in Texas, we can carry a gun if you have a license. Now you can carry it anyway, right? You can carry a pistol concealed or not. You can carry any size blade in Texas. So I'm talking about Texas. I'm not talking about the rest of the world. But guess what? I will always have my boots on. And that's what savate is. And with that mentality, I need to understand why I'm kicking to the legs. I want the least amount of destruction, the quickest way to end the fear that I'm going in there. Especially if I fear for my life or if I feel for the life of somebody that I love, I have to be able to what? End it quick. Well, folks, savate means shoe. Yes, you use shoes. And yes, in savate you do kick to the legs. I had to point that out because it was the conversation was great, and the person follows us and been following us for a while, and he ended up calling me, which is fine. Anybody can call me. My number's everywhere. People can find it, and we can have those conversations. But remember, there's people out there thinking that savate doesn't kick to the legs and savate doesn't use shoes. But remember, it's not knocking out any martial art. We're not
All
making
over
fun
the
of
world,
anybody else.
kids are
We're just
bullied.
talking about the culture. It is, if you find this viable, share it, click it, like it. Understand? We're gonna continue putting some stuff in every day. And like I tell everybody, continue training, train wisely, train to what you're there for. Are you training to better yourself? Remember that. Always train to better you. your expectations, not the expectations of anybody else. Keep that in mind. Much peace. We'll see you soon.